guys have what, 1,100 nurses? Have, I think you're in 25 states.
19 states.
19 states.
Yep.
And like it's just that's ridiculous. So like, what's the plan there? Ultimately, when you're going into it, and I'm actually really curious. I know, again, your former, CEO, completely understand that. You're now CPO of the company. I'm just curious how you went from CEO, obviously, down to CPO, and I'm just would love to know the background story on that.
Yeah, I mean, when I got into this space, it was just going to be a side gig. Every firefighter has a side hustle, and they have a second job just to work on their off days. And it started as something just more of a hobby because it's great to go and treat people and to be able to take care of them when they need us and not see the trauma. When I started to see what this industry can provide for paramedics and nurses, nurses get treated pretty poorly in the corporate world at the hospitals, and firefighters and nurses alike see kind of a lot of trauma, and they struggle with PTSD. So I saw this as a way that nurses and paramedics could get a mental break. They can get away from the hospital world and take care of people. They're not seeing the trauma, and they're loving what they do. And that's where the passion grew. And there's something about, through COVID, that passion really grew for me for the nurses because they were really mistreated during COVID. And, when I started seeing everything, nurses take care of people. People don't take care of nurses, and I wanted to take care of nurses because they deserve it for sure. And, the more that I got into the space and started growing the team, like I never really focused on the competition or anything like that because this whole pie, like our individual slice of pie will grow as the pie grows itself.
Let me touch base on that. Do you believe in competition?
No, I'm not afraid of competition. I love it. It grows the industry as a whole. So if I'm focused on somebody else and focused on other competitors in the marketplace, like that's taking away time and effort that I can put into my team. And like, yeah, we see them. We want to be the best, but definitely not by attacking people or anything like that because we're growing together. There's a lot of competitors out there that will complain about other companies and they'll report them to the nursing board or the medical board. And when you do that, it puts a black eye on our industry. So I'm very fierce in protecting this industry, and I don't want anybody to get hurt in it. Obviously, if you're doing things wrong, then that makes sense. But there are some attacks that are done that are unfounded.
Yeah, I've had friends, really good friends, who recently actually I had a good friend of mine has a company here in Arizona, and actually, you know what? I had one in Arizona, I had one in Montana, so two of them, really good friends. Still talk to them to this day. Everything's great, and they're like, "Well, Joe, I want you to just market for us. Why are you going to market for another company? You're just eating into my pie." And I was like, you know how many sick people there are? You know how many people need IVs? I said, even if everyone disappeared, let's pick Montana. If every company disappeared in Montana, and you were the only one there, you think you could field all these calls? And like, it's impossible. And so like, I never really. I get it. You want to make as much money as possible, when it comes into it. And like, you try and do whatever you need to do. But ultimately, and it's going to sound like a cliche, but it really isn't. It's make the patient happy. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
People before profit. Like, I just don't. I honestly believe you're the one that actually said people before profit. And it actually stuck with me, throughout these years. And it's just crazy to me that, so again, we had conversations and, they were going back and forth and they're like, well, we don't want you to potentially, market for our competitors. I said, well, then unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to part ways then because I'm not gonna turn off what we're doing helping other people. No one's in your space, no one's in anything. I don't truly believe that there really is a bunch of competitors in the space. I don't think it's oversaturated. I don't think it's over anything. I think there's not enough people in the space to make it really something big. So I think we're kind of aligned there.